Okay, so to start off this vlog, now the first two episodes have titles, film for live studio audience, and don't touch that dial, furthering the whole connections to classic sitcom. Now, I'll give you my reaction and thoughts on the third episode of Marvel's Wandavision. As I was saying, episode 3 is entitled Now in Color, so we're already moving on to the swinging 60s. He's of sorts. It's where her Wand is expecting, and Viz is of course trying to make sure everything's alright for the children. And then definitely interesting how this plays out. And of course they go through all the usual ones, even poking fun at the whole idea of how TV shows are trying to picture that sort of a situation where apparently back in the day, Standard Practice is not only apparently couldn't show pregnancy a as part of the narrative, and they couldn't even use the word pregnant at certain points, like how I Love Lucy is a little example of how trying to figure that out, so they could not actually trying to get across without actually saying the P word. Now it's actually a common part of the narrative. Kind of like such a simple thing, yet you wouldn't expect it. I mean, and of course, they also poke fun of the whole trope where they're trying to cover it up, like with a trench coat, but it keeps changing to a raincoat, and the water breaking is symbolized by the plumbing breaking down on the entire block, and I like how both Jack Schaefer and Matt Shackman are leaning into the weirdness of this all. I mean, so I'm really enjoying this. I usually need at least 3 to 5 episodes to gauge my thoughts on any TV series that I've started. I mean, there are very few ones that hook me on the very first episode. If I'm being totally honest. Actually, I'm glad we got the first 2 right away. They're gonna have more coming in February. It definitely has a nice, weird, and wonderful window into the multiverse, since even though Olsen confirmed interviews takes place chronologically after the endgame, another basic way to describe it is like an Elseworld, where a sort of situation like, and that's basically how I feel like if they wanted to include characters who didn't survive the Infinity Saga, that they would have to basically, if they want to make movies featuring them, they had to make them prequels or set them in alternate timelines, and like whether or not the Black Widow movie comes out theatrically on streaming or has both the same time like this Raya and the Last Dragon, and I guess we'll find out soon enough. Since I definitely intend to keep doing this, just like get you guys all like a nice simple video. It's probably gonna be something like this. Yes, by the time I do for next scripted review, I'm gonna be now working on mostly getting my next first 2 scripts ready by Pixar Marathon, and as well as now that they delayed No Time to Die again till October, that's given me 9 months to do who the Bondathon, all the canon films I have not yet reviewed, which also means like no Never Say Never Again and no 67 or Climax King Royale, and which and also the Cyberpunk 2077 I have a 1.1 update just went live. I'll definitely get you a video on that, as well as my next movie log.